Hello, it's Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success, and today I'm going to be talking about how to start to change those really unuseful habits. So unuseful habits, and I guess that people do habits for a reason, don't they? So, maybe things are done for a purpose. Maybe they give you something, maybe they give you comfort, but overall, are they affecting your health and well-being? So there's a National No Smoking Day coming up, so that's about the habit of smoking. There's a lot on the news at the moment about alcohol and dementia and how heavy drinking actually causes dementia at an early age. And, certainly I've been on a lot of diets in the past, and maybe I overeat at times, and I know an awful lot of you do that. And there's hundreds and hundreds of extra sort of like habits apart from those things that you might find unuseful and you might find are actually affecting your health. So I want you to just become aware of what those habits might be. And I suppose it's about defining a habit. So a habit is sort of like an ingrained thing that happens at an unconscious level that always creates that behaviour and those actions, such as smoking, drinking, eating, whatever it is. And that's the definition of a habit. So I want you to actually commit to looking at your habits and finding out what's useful. Acknowledge that you've got them, and then totally commit to changing them. And really from an NLP perspective, and what we teach on the NLP courses is, it's about finding that trigger. So what is the trigger for you doing that habit? I use myself as an example. I don't drink enough water, and I want to drink water, but unless I've actually got that glass sort of sitting in front of me, I won't drink water. And it's not a conscious decision not to. It's just that there isn't a trigger for me to drink water. So that's an example. So what I want you to do is find that habit and ask yourself, how do I know it's time to smoke, drink, eat when I don't need to? Is it something you see? Is it something you hear? Is it something you say to yourself? So there'll always be a trigger in one of those things. So if I was going to have a drink when I got up to the house in the evening, my trigger would be, so I'd look at the clock and it would be 6 o'clock. I'd look at the fridge and I'd think I'll have a glass of wine. So there's always a trigger. Maybe something will, you'll hear something. Maybe your internal chatter will kick in, or maybe you'll hear something like an alarm clock. There'll always be something that will trigger your habit that you don't particularly want to do. So once again, the question is, how do you know it's time to whatever it is you don't want to do? Is it something you see, something you hear, or something you say to yourself? And once you've found that trigger, then you become more aware and you're more likely to be able to put in interventions into that strategy, because the strategy that I'm talking about is an internal series of representations that you run in your head, and it's sort of really quick. So you see something and you just do it. And if you can analyse that and unpick that, then you can put in a more healthy strategy, and your health and well-being will be hugely improved, and you'll actually be in control of your life. So why don't you just go for it? Drop me a line, have a look around on my website, have a look at the resources on my website, have a chat to me, pick up the phone, do whatever it is you need to do to start to change your unhealthy habits and find out the causes of them. So that's me, off to have another glass of water, and I shall see you next week. Bye.